Blackstone is one of my favorite rivers, and not for the fishing, which I found average at best, but for the amazing atmosphere of just being in the canyon and the remote feeling you get when you're on the river. I had paddled this section of the Blackstone last year, but the water level was so low that way too often I ended up dragging my pack raft instead of paddling it. But this time, the water level was in that Goldilocks zone. Not too high, not too low, but just right. I did this trip solo and was on the river for 3 fairly long days. 95% of the fishing I did was casting big articulated flies on my 9-weight loop rod looking for bull trout. Okay, off we go. Got my hat. First cast, another small bull trout. Really nice hole right here. First cast. Got one on. It's not big. I don't even know what species it is. Oh, it is pretty big actually. Ooh, it's a big bull trout. Hey, got a big bull trout on. Now he's waking up. That's a nice bull trout. He's just dogging it. He's a nice bull trout. His eye on me. Oh, got him. Oh, what a nice trout, bull trout. Yeah, look at that. It's about 1:45. I haven't gone very far. I'm doing a lot of fishing. Yeah, the water's way higher than last year, making it way nicer. A little bit cold when you get splashed, but far better than walking. So, and already caught a really nice bull trout. So that kind of made my day. Oh, yep, small fish. And those cutthroat will eat anything. I can even see it. Well, I'm just about to have a bite to eat. Just a snack. And then I'm going to start setting up camp. Got some dry clothes on. Really wish I hadn't forgot my hat. Feels weird without a hat. Probably looks weird. But nothing I can do about it. So we'll get camp set up here and stuff if it is drying out already. Hopefully there'll be some sun. Help it out. Once I got my camp set up and semi-organized, I was just sitting in my chair when I noticed a bear walking by about 100 meters away on the other side of the river along the bottom of the cliff. There's a black bear walking along the cliff on the other side of the river. Well, there wasn't much I could do about that, so I decided to go fishing. I tried dry flies first, and then I did a little nymphing. I got one. Second one on the indicator, but I lost the first one. Oh, looks like he's wrapped up or foul hooked. That's a decent whitefish. Sometimes get asked how I fit all my gear into that small pack on my boat. The answer is I don't. Most of my camping gear is stored inside the raft. It's a bit of a process getting everything packed down into bags that are small enough to fit through the one waterproof zipper at the back of the raft. It usually takes me about an hour and a half to break down camp and get paddling again. Now we're packed. Ready to go, day 2. Alright, well that was a nice little spot to camp. Right where the river forks. And off we go on day 2. I ended up fishing this really nice hole from both sides of the river, and I took 6 small bulls and a cutthroat out of it. Unfortunately, the battery on my camera was dying and I ended up getting very little usable footage, which is just the way it goes sometimes when you're trying to film everything. It's just before 4 o'clock. There's a storm rolling in. It's been thundering for about an hour. I just wish it would make up its mind and decide whether to rain or not. I'm getting pretty tired, kind of thinking about camping, but I was hoping maybe the weather would either rain or not rain before I committed to setting the tent up. It's the end of day 2 for me. It's about 5 o'clock. Pretty tired. Just gonna eat a little bit, hang out, and see what the weather does. I'm back in the bush because I think it might rain, and I need some shade because I forgot my hat. I also forgot my water bottle, but luckily I had a few Coke Zeros which did double duty as water bottles, and I was able to filter my water into them. Well, we just had a bit of a rain shower. Thought I'd missed it, but I guess not. But hopefully that was it. And now I'm about to eat my yummy supper. I set my camp up down by the river, and after supper tried a little fishing, but never had any action. I spent the rest of the evening relaxing and was quite happy the storm never really came my way. Day 3 on the river. Had a couple fish at the last hole there, but all small. And now I just got to put on some miles today to get back to the quad. Hope it's there, hope it starts. Now down in the area that burned this April and May. Huge fire. See a little bit of it in places, but this is the first time where it's pretty much everywhere. This fire in the spring of 2023 was well over 100,000 hectares in size, and it burned for more than a month. The town of Edson, which is just 80 kilometers east of where I live, was evacuated at 2 different times. The fire burned so hot, even the log jams were burned. Well, there's a nice log jam here. Be one of the last places I fish. Sure like to catch one. I caught one in the strong current. Ought to be a bull trout. As you can see from this little clip, there's a lot of maneuvering that you have to do on the river. It's definitely not a float, and at the end of the day, your body definitely knows you've been working it. Yeah, I remember this. A lot of maneuvering. In the early afternoon, the bridge finally came into sight. All that was left was the long walk to get the quad, back it up, and then the 25-kilometer quad ride back to the truck. All the time hoping the quad doesn't break down and your truck's still in one piece. So all in all, it was a pretty good trip. The fishing was a bit slow, but I did end up catching my biggest bull trout of the year, so that was pretty cool. The paddling was fun, the water level was a lot higher than last year, so I did very little walking, and the bear left me alone.